Okay. Upon getting to know AA and the 12 steps, that that I didn't think that the program was for me. That I wasn't a drug addict, and I didn't think that I required of it in my life. But as time has passed, I've realized that it's not just for drug addicts. That the program is mainly about developing character and integrating into society, on accepting the world for what it is and making the best of life wherever we find ourselves. That's what I want to say. That that the program was is not it's not for not only for drug addicts. Well, in the program that I'm in, they're older people. They're older people that talk about how is it that they should treat drug addicts. That they should treat them like sick individuals. That it's a sickness. That it's not much them doing drugs. It's that they are sick. And so me personally, I handle the program differently. I handle the program. Um, the first step is accepting. I what I have to accept is that the world is very messed up and ugly. It's a very nasty place, and um, that these individuals, these ignorant drug addicts, that they're sick people, that it's a sickness, and that well, the program itself helps me develop character, where I start to ask myself, flaws in my personality. If I used to repeat stupid phrases over and repetitively, and it got to me, or talking to somebody that, how would you say it, that's just gonna give a negative comment, that's just gonna ruin your day. I've learned that if I talk to a certain amount of people and they give me negative, feedback in percentage, like, what, every time I talk to this individual, he gives me negative feedback, I won't talk to him no more. I don't need that part of my life. There's things that you start to acknowledge, start to analyze. What? Hey, wait a minute, I don't need this in my life. you know Throughout my day, throughout my week, I realize that there's just some people that just are not positive whatsoever, that it's best to not say anything to them. And if you say something, let it be small, let it be, how would you say it, courteous and nice, but that's it. Stay away from it, because I've learned that if a person is negative and is always going to be negative, it's best to stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? It's best to stay away from them. You know what I'm saying? And he lacks program, lacks personal development. You know what I'm saying? And well, that's what I wanted to say, that the program is not, it's not just for any, it's not, how would you say it, just for drug addicts. It could be for anybody, that it's about self-development, about developing character, about, how would you say it? What did I say? About integrating in society, about, how would you say it, respecting, people for who they are, and well, I want to say that that's what the program's about, developing character, and that if you focus on it, you can better yourself, you can better yourself to a certain state, regardless of, how would you say it, there's not so many, how would you say it, mature people around you. You could look for mature people. You could uh either draw near to them in videos, grab a hold of some positiveness wherever you go, talk to the most, how would you say it? If you happen to go somewhere, go and talk to the most educated people, look for their opinion, talk to them, and, how would you say it? It's through that you develop character. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're talking to the low lives, You're talking to the low lives, and you're not talking to anybody else. Well, guess what? They're gonna rub their negativity on you, and they're not gonna care. They're they'll be more than willing to do it, to fill you up with negativity, you know. So sometimes you have to just focus on developing character and on nothing more.